Hey Nomads, thank you so much for checking out this video. This is my latest Listen and React, and I'm not gonna lie, I am super excited about this one because this is one of my favorite songs of all time. And I know it really well, so I don't know how much new stuff I'm gonna hear, but I'm gonna try my hardest to hear new things and give you fresh takes on what's going on in this absolute masterpiece banger of a song, Muscle Museum by Muse. From their first album, Showbiz. This is a really amazing song, so I can't wait to share it with you guys. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's run right into the old blurb and spiel. Here's where I'm going to ask you to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all my different social media stuff going on down there. And lastly, if you want to be awesome, you can throw me a tip over on Venmo at OneManDuet. All right, let's not waste any time. Let's run the theme song and then get right into this. Oh, yeah. A band with just one dude, no reason to fret. I may pretend rock star, it's Nate's one-man duet. Yeah. All right, so before we start listening to this, I actually want to share a story with you. This is one of those few songs where I remember the first time I ever heard the song. I was driving down Southern Road approaching Longmore, for those of you who know Mesa, Arizona. And I was getting ready to turn left onto Longmore to go to my job at Best Buy. This was in 1999 or maybe 2000. I'm not exactly sure. And I was driving the first car that I had bought. And I love this thing, even though my wife reminds me that it was a piece of crap. But I take offense at that. I was really proud of it. And so I was driving to work and this song came on. And I instantly was like, whoa, what is this? And then the singing started and I was like, oh my gosh, Radiohead has a new song. I didn't know about that. I was a huge Radiohead fan at the time and still am. And then they didn't announce once the song was over. This was back in the day of radio. They didn't announce who it was. And so I was like, no, I got to find out. And so I was listening to the radio for a bunch, trying to hear this song again. Finally, I did hear it, and I heard it was not Radiohead. It was this band called Muse, and I said, I got to go check it out. I went and bought the album the minute that I heard who it was, and I've been a fan ever since. These guys are great. I love them, and this song is particularly fantastic. I can't wait to share it with you guys. All right, so let's get it started. Okay. Right away, that sound is like, oh, it's so mesmerizing. And the funny thing is that's the bass player, Chris. He's amazing. If you don't know, check out Hysteria. That's like iconic. That bass line is just sick. It's so amazing. But yeah, there's something about the tone of this. And then the drums are going to kick in. And then this really weird noise is going to come in, and it almost sounds like Transylvania. It feels like you're playing on a Nintendo, an NES system. It's this real like retro, almost 8-bit sounding thing. It is so cool. So check this out. Told ya. So when he plays it live, he actually does that part on a guitar. These guys are so technologically advanced. It's ridiculous. I don't even know like what that is. It just sounds weird and awesome. I also really like the drums in this song. It's like such an understated piece, but it really holds the whole song together. So just that do 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 do, that bass line is just out of this world. It's so good. And then I love that the bass keeps driving and then it just goes to drum, bass, and Matt Bellamy's voice, which is like, oh, so silky smooth. It's so good. And then he is going to start playing guitar, I think like halfway through this verse, but I love how it goes from that really weird Transylvania thing to just down to bass, drum, and vocals. It's so good.
confess to, but you don't have the time, so look the other way. You will wait until it's over to reveal what you never show.
I stand corrected. He didn't play there. He is going to start to double the bass line with a. But I thought it was right there, but it's apparently a little bit later. So we will keep your ear out for that.
Too little, much too late.
The vibe that they get, man, it's so good. I don't know what it is. This song just like tickles something in my brain that I'm like, I love this. This is the best song I've ever heard.
Too long trying to resist it. You just gone and missed it. It's escape.
And for those of you who may not be familiar, like either with this, this is Muse's first album. They went on to be like mega superstars. But I really do think there is something very similar between Matt Bellamy, the lead singer here, and Tom York, the lead singer of Radiohead. It's something about the tone of their voice, but also like the way that it's recorded. I don't know why. I've just always like, I still hear it. I'm like, I would be fooled that that's Tom York. Okay, so that's amazing. I mean, that da-da-da comes in like out of nowhere. It literally smacks you across the face and you're like, whoa. So it's this really interesting kind of juxtaposition that they do. They play with intensity and then like back off. So it goes da-da-da, and then they start this build. It's so good. It's so like, on one hand, it's kind of simplistic what they're doing, but with really great music, it's not that it's complicated, it's that it's well done. And that, I think, is exactly what is happening here. And just that, oh man, the vocals. And it's interesting. I don't know if it's just because of the weird way this is set up. It's a long story, not worth getting into. I don't think you're getting the full sound quality because it sounds like those vocals are recorded very far back. And I don't think that's the case if this wasn't a weird, wacky setup here. I think it's much more like kind of like in your face. But it's so wonderful. I love it. Oops, play. That is so cool. Again, it goes to these like soaring heights and then it drops back down, but that bass just keeps driving. Doo, 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 doo. It's so good. I love it. And man, there's the way the voice is recorded. It's just so like, stank face all over the place, right? Back to Transylvania. Okay, that was a real subtle thing. The drum doesn't cut out completely. It's just the bass drum and snare that he stops, but he keeps the hi-hat going. And it gives it this sense that like there's a little pause or a little hiccup. And then you, again, couldn't hear it well with the way this is set up, but he's playing these like he's doing these little like peppering of guitar riffs. half just kind of strumming a chord, like doing an arpeggio, but like, I don't know. There's also, I just love what he's doing. He is a total virtuoso on not just guitar. His vocals are not only amazing, but he's also like an incredible piano player too. It's just not fair, like how talented that guy is.
To prove I've made a big mistake. Too long trying to resist it. You've just gone and missed it.
Did you hear that? He did that a little like trill. That was cool. Obviously some multi-tracking because he was also doing the do 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 do. So that was a nice little flourish.
It's escaped your
The amazing thing is, like, I cover this song poorly. You don't realize how high he is singing. He makes it sound so effortless. It's like that you could ever give. But he's able to deliver that register so strong. Like, you don't even like recognize that he's singing way up there. He's so talented. Okay, now this is perhaps the coolest part of the song. You heard there in the vocals. I'm actually going to rewind it a little bit. So he goes, I'll do it all. And then I don't know if he goes onto like a bullhorn or there's something. For the first 15 years that I listened to this song, I always assumed that it was a guitar that he's doing. And now that I think about it, it might be a squawk box, which is like a combination of vocals and guitar. You put this little tube in your mouth. If you think of the Bon Jovi song from the like 2000, wow, wow, It's My Life, right? That's a great example of a squawk box, that wow, wow. So he's playing the guitar, but it's also kind of like communicating with the mouth shapes that he's making. I'm explaining this very poorly. I'm aware of this in the moment. So anyways, but listen here. I'm gonna try to rewind just like a couple of seconds. This is not gonna go well. So listen to the transition here. Okay. There's the transition. So high. So because of how high that is, I always assumed it was a guitar, but I think I've come to realize, I think that is vocals. It's crazy, and there's so much effects in it that it's really hard to distinguish. But if you listen to it closely, like, it definitely takes on some human quality that I don't know that you could do on a guitar. So I am 83.46%, very precise, certain that it's his voice. See, that was a moment where you can almost hear him breathe. Yeah, yeah. I'm 83.46, I believe was what I said. I'm that certain that is a voice. This part is so good too. There's a piano that's kind of low in the mix, and it's hitting the lower keys, like the more bass oriented keys. And the bass is driving that do 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 do. Again, it's fairly simplistic, but it just is so amazing. See, but then it's that last little noise. Did you hear that as that note was dying out? And it sounded like it was feedback. Again, if he's doing it on a bullhorn, maybe that's what it was. But hey, Matt Bellamy, I'm sure you're watching this. Hit me up and tell me how you recorded this. Okay? Okay. Since that's all very Radiohead-esque, right? Do you hear all that? You may not be able to hear it unless you're under headphones, but there's like all this noise. It almost sounded like a motorcycle at one point, but it's so brilliant because there's this like very haunting, lowly recorded piano that's echoing that do 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 do, and bringing back that melody. Just so good. I just love that song. The only criticism, and it's not because it's 4.5 minutes. There's something about that song that feels like it goes by in about 2 minutes. It is a 4-minute and 23-second song that I can verify right here, but it feels like it goes too quickly. That should be a 12-minute song for me to adequately enjoy it. So yeah, there you go. There's the criticism that I have of that song. Okay. So we're going to let it play out here. As I say, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed this breakdown of the video. Maybe, do you know this song? Hit me up in the comments. Let me know, is this a song you're familiar with? And if so, did I point out some new things? Did it help you appreciate it? Or was this your first time listening to it? And now do you love them as much as I do? That's what I want to know. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see you around.